thank you all for being here. It might take some time to figure out where this is going. We're going to wait till every ballot is counted. We're going to give democracy a time to work, and we know we finished really strong. We're here tonight because our state is in crisis, and so is our nation. California is the richest state in the richest country in the history of the world. It's unacceptable that right now so many Californians struggle to make ends meet. We're about to see the world's first trillionaires, probably in California. We're already witnessing an explosion of wealth concentrated in the hands of the very, very few. The gap between the rich and the poor grows wider by the minute. Prices are higher than ever. Faith in government's ability to do anything is lower than ever. Californians are being priced out of their homes every single day. While it happens, we see billionaires do whatever they have to get whatever they can out of the system, and they do everything they can to hoard their wealth and avoid paying taxes. And we see corporations continue to rig the system for themselves, raising their prices to juice their profits. Screw that. California deserves better. Working people deserve better. Democracy matters. Justice matters. The truth matters. Anyone who says otherwise is invested in a system rigged against you. Here's the truth. For every bill that's too high, there's a special interest profiting off keeping it there. They want you to believe that's inevitable. It's just how the market works. But that's bullshit. We don't have to accept this. This campaign has been about proving that. My vision for California is based on a simple idea. The well-being of the most vulnerable shouldn't depend on corporations and billionaires choosing to do the right thing. We should have a system based on fairness, not on asking for fairness, where the most privileged pay their fair share not by charity, but by law. A system that reminds them of what I've been saying since the very beginning of this campaign. You didn't do it all yourselves. The soon-to-be tech trillionaires built their wealth here because California enabled them to. Because ordinary Californians worked hard and sacrificed day after day, year after year, to create the system where those billionaires could realize the dreams they came to this state to pursue. The California I believe in is a California where recognizing that hard work and honoring that sacrifice is fundamental to assigning credit and to designing our society. This race, more than any other in recent memory, laid bare the basic operating principle of American politics, a very uncomfortable truth. Money talks. In this race, we saw what corporate money tends to ask for: higher rents, lower wages, permission to pollute, to price gouge, and to treat workers as disposable. And in this race, we saw the way that money from some of the wealthiest people and corporations in the history of the world, mobilized when I said I tax it fairly. We saw a direct causal relationship between my plan for change and the $55 million of corporate money that's flooded in to stop me. Single-payer health care? Here come the insurance companies. Clean energy? Here comes Chevron. Taxing AI? What about Meta? Lowering electric bills? Hello, PG&E. To quote FDR, never before in all our history have these forces been so united against one candidate as they stand today. They are unanimous in their hate for me, and I welcome their hatred. But here's the thing. Their spending wasn't personal. It wasn't about who I am. It was about what the corporations believed I could do. For the corporations, elections are always about policy. For the corporations, politics isn't about parties, it's about profits. They do not think in red and blue teams. They think in red and black ink. They think in dollar signs and balance sheets. Their priorities and decisions have proved soulless. They're totally unconcerned with the well-being of working people, with the health of our democracy, with the very concept of justice. They will support who and whatever they have to in order to usher in a future that is beneficial to their bottom lines. It's why they uniformly back Trump. It's why they uniformly oppose progressives, and none of that was unique to this race. Here they were just especially brazen, because here they were especially scared. The dollar amounts are different, but in elections everywhere, the principle is the same. You want to fight for working people at the expense of corporate profits? Watch corporations do everything in their power to stop you. Usually they try harder to hide what they're doing, and usually they're confident that if they spend enough, whoever's threatening their profits will be forced to back down and go away. This is how working people have been priced out of our politics. This is how the system protects itself. And I'll be the first to say it, that isn't how the system should work. You shouldn't have to be a billionaire to run on single payer. Or to challenge monopolies, or to call out a corrupt system when you see it. But the system depends on its ability to crush anyone who tries. And I know that there are many, many people, activists and organizers and ordinary working people who are out there today and who have been out there for decades, saying and doing all of these things brilliantly and fearlessly. Those are the people I'm in this race for. Those are the people I'm in this race with. The corporate interests came at us with everything they had, and we didn't back down. We were absolutely uncompromising in our values and our vision for California, and together we scared the hell out of the corporate interests who are used to getting it their own way. We exposed the fact that their power depends on a system that is fundamentally corrupt. We showed with clarity and conviction that we do not have to accept the system they built as inevitable. We proved something FDR said almost a century ago, that government by organized money is just as dangerous as government by organized mob. And we showed that a better California is possible, and that we know what it looks like, and we know how we'll get there together, day by day, vote by vote. Because together, all of us in this room believe in a not-so-radical idea: California can work for working people. Because we believe in a California where we have single-payer health care. A California where we have clean air to breathe and water to drink. A California where young people can imagine a future in the place they grew up. A California where corporations and billionaires who got rich here and then pulled the ladder up behind them do pay their fair share and are actually proud of their contribution to the 21st century society. That's us, that the rest of the world admires. That's what we're fighting for together. And that's what the corporations are hell-bent on stopping, because they know what we know. If we win, corporations lose. I've always been an optimist, and tonight I remain an optimist. None of this is far off. These dreams are not too big. The better California we've been fighting for is possible, and it's coming. I know that because I know Californians. I spent the last 6 months traveling up and down the state, talking to people in the Bay, in LA, in the Inland Empire, people in Santa Rosa and Riverside, in San Diego and San Jose, people in communities along the coast and in the valley and in the foothills. And everywhere I went, I heard the same thing. People are fed up. They know what's happening. They see it with their own eyes. They know who the villains are. They know they deserve better. And they're willing to fight with everything they have to win it. It will be hard work. It is hard work. But we're here tonight because it's happening, because we're making it happen. I've never felt more confident that California is the greatest place in the world, and that Californians are the greatest people in the world. It has been the honor of my life to have the very best of them by my side. To my family, thank you for everything. None of this would be possible without you all. To my team, thank you for your hard work every single day of this campaign. To the people of California, I say it all the time, there are no people like Californians. You are the best of the best. Thank you for the doors you knocked, the calls you made, the tweets you posted. Thank you for showing up to our town halls, for asking tough questions, for believing in a better California, and working so hard to bring people there with you. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. We've done the hard work and we did it together. Together we put the corporations on notice. Together we demanded more and better for the best state of them all. And now we just have to be patient. Thank you very much.
4 more years. Okay. All right, our pride and naval girl, Los Angeles, Karen Bass! Woo! All right. Hello, LA. How are we doing out there? Oh my goodness, it is wonderful to see so many people. How are we doing tonight? Are we gonna win tonight? I will tell you it's looking good so far. We got a lot more to go, but so far it's looking good. And I am so glad to be here with everyone on a night. In a couple of hours, we will declare victory. And let me just say, first of all, let me thank everybody standing behind me, because this is my family, my whole family that are here. My 2 grandsons in my first campaign, they're now taller than me. My nieces and nephews who have grown up over the last few years. Let me just say that we can't do anything without our families. Our families who put up with all that we have to go through when we choose public life. And I just want to take a minute to tell you how much I love you so much and appreciate you for standing there with me throughout thick and thin, and everybody here for your support. We have led a grassroots campaign because we want to bring change to our city, and that's what we've been doing, and that's what we're going to continue to do. I want to thank the elected officials who have stood with me. I want to thank the leaders of community organizations that have stood with me. My partners in the labor movement. And I think I see the Beyonce of labor, who hasn't been speaking to me for a while for a very good reason, but I am so glad that she is here today. That is Yvonne Wheeler, the head of the County Federation of Labor, because we are a union town, and we are a town that understands that union jobs are the way we deal with affordability. And David Green over there from SEIU 721. And let me just say, we also have leaders of the business community here, because it takes the business community, the labor community, grassroots organizations. We can have the city that we know we all deserve. Los Angeles is where I was born and raised. Los Angeles is the city that I love. Los Angeles is the creative capital of the world, where we dream and we make our dreams come true, where our industry was leaving, but we're bringing it back. We're bringing it back because we understand the good jobs and the business opportunities that come from the creative industry. We're going to build a city where parents and kids do not have to navigate tents, because in the nation's second largest city, there should never be anybody that is sleeping on our streets. We are a city that can deal with this, and we have been doing it, and we are going to continue. We are a city where things have been not affordable over these last few years, but we're going to continue building the housing that we know we are needed in this city. 42,000 units are already underway, and in the next 4 years, we're going to finish those 42,000 units, because we know that that's the key to affordability. And we are a city that is unified. You just think this Saturday marks 1 year from the dark day in our city when we all had to face the raids by ICE. And they thought that they were going to divide our city. But nobody divides Angelenos, right? Because we stand up for each other. Because I don't care where you're from, when you got here, or why you're here. You are an Angeleno, and we are going to fight for you, and we are going to protect you. We want a city where you can go out and walk at night because the street lights are on. And we got 60,000 of those street lights that are being turned on right now, and sidewalks that are going to be fixed because we're going to fix our infrastructure. Over these last 3.5 years, working with my partners on the city council, and I see several of them here. I think I saw Monica Rodriguez and Isabel Gerardo, our council president. Everybody here, we are going to work together to make sure that this city thrives, that we have business opportunities, that we have work opportunities, and when the world comes in 10 short days, the world will be here for the World Cup, and we're going to show them the magic of Los Angeles. Over these last 3.5 years, we have laid a foundation, and we're going to build on that foundation because we know what a city we have and what a city we can be. And let me just say that tomorrow begins the second half of this journey. Now, you stood with me for the first half. Will you stand with me all the way? Will you stand with me all the way? What happens when we fight? What happens when we fight? Well, let me just tell you, that's what we've been doing over these last few months. We've been fighting because we're not going to let somebody turn back our clock. We are not going to do that. We are going to continue moving our city forward because this is the greatest city in the world. And I just want to tell you from the bottom of my heart, I love you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you for believing in me. I appreciate you for standing with me when others doubted me, because you know who I am. I have devoted my entire life to serving the city that I love, where I was born, and I'm going to continue to do that all the way to victory in November. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Has the moment sunk in yet of where you are now? You have now become a serious contender to lead the nation's second largest city. You could be Spencer Pratt, the next mayor of Los Angeles. Are you ready for that?
I'm ready for whatever God puts in front of me, and obviously I was going to accept whatever God's plan was tonight. I was going to be happy if I wasn't moving forward, because I would have known God didn't want me to be the mayor. And but now I feel very confident that I'm going to continue to work hard, learn everything I need to learn, build my teams, show all the experience that I'm going to surround myself with, because that's a concern people have. You guys mentioned I'm going to build that experience around. We have 5 months to put the best team the city could ever dream of around me. So
You talked about you have some of that team in place already.
I do have that team. We'll see who's ready to come forward, because retaliation is a real thing with Mayor Bass and people connected to the city. So people that know my team are already very good. One at a time. I'm in no rush, guys. I know you waited a long time.
We waited a long time for you to come there.
God bless all of them. Thank you for everybody who, fights for me in the comment sections, the DMs, people all over the United States that used to live in LA that had to leave here because it became not safe, too expensive, and just dangerous again. So thank you to all over the country, people in other countries who support me. Thank you to all my prayer warriors. So many people pray for me. They come up to me on the street, they hold my hand, they pray, and so thank you to everybody's emotions and the hope people put on me. Again, I'm going to prove to everybody this is for real, and I'm ready to run the city.
Are you going to debate Mayor Bass again? And what do you want to tell her?
I love debating her on NBC. I look forward to a couple more on NBC and Fox. We can do debates every Friday if she would like, because it's actually became my most favorite thing to do. So yes, as many debates as Mayor Bass would like.
What would you like to tell her now that it's on?
Oh, I mean, she knows it's on. I hope she's ready, because I literally could not be more excited.
This is a campaign that started because you lost your home in the Palisades fire, because your parents lost their home in the Palisades fire. But you have said it's evolved. Now you're concerned with public safety and rebuilding. Is that the platform that you're going to start with right now in this next 5 months?
Again, I got in this because as a citizen, I felt like my city failed myself, my neighbors, my family. And when I got on this mission now, I look around and the city's failing most of Los Angeles. And now I'm in all these communities and I'm hearing everyone's issues and problems. Excuse me, sir. Thank you. People are all across the city
You're talking about homelessness, you're talking about drugs, you're talking about crime, you're talking about the lack of police, fire department.
the list of failures across the city. There's people that just want the potholes fixed. Mayor Bass has allowed the city to be covered in potholes. We don't have sidewalks. We don't have lights. So on the basic level, there's people that care about that. Then there's the moms who want to be able to go to the parks and not see anybody shooting up fentanyl with their pants off. I was in the Valley yesterday, a beautiful Persian restaurant, and the lovely owner said, Spencer, they have naked drug addicts in front of the kids when we're trying to have food at the restaurant. This is across the city. And again, as mayor, I'm going to help these homeless people, these drug addicts. Right now, this idea that it's just, we need more beds, I agree. We do need beds in treatment facilities, mandatory treatment. That's not jail. Criminals deserve to go to jail. If you're abusing animals, you're going to jail. If you are doing crimes, you go to jail. But if you're just an addict addicted to super meth or fentanyl, well, I'm going to get you the mandatory help that these moms come up to me and say, my daughter is not homeless. She has a family, but she needs to get off of meth.
Spencer, final words for everybody, for the voters of Los Angeles, for those of you, you've been the voice of the angry and the frustrated here in LA. We know you got to go, but what's your
I don't have to go. I'm just,
We're just closing in on you.
I almost think we just invite you guys all to the back of my facility.
Spencer, do you see an uphill battle in the next 5 months?
Absolutely not. I think the next 5 months I'm going to have time to build out this team to show everybody the level of Democratic supporters that I have behind me, the heavy hitters that are in this room, that are all behind me. And I think this idea that I don't represent Democrats and Republicans and independents, anyone that's just a Los Angeles citizen that wants basic quality of life, I'll be able to show that in 5 months. Right now, the media likes to say, oh, he's this. I'm not that. I'm an Angelino who said enough is enough, and I had to step up. I didn't know I'd be here tonight, but it's obviously God's plan, and I'm going to go all the way, and I'm going to show everybody that I'm their mayor. I'm not going to, yes, sir.
What does this moment mean to you personally? You got into this on the year after the fires. You lost your home. You ran because of what you said you saw as negligence. So what does this moment mean for you personally?
I love LA. At the end of the day, what's been resonating and what gets me so inspired is people just want the truth. They don't want to get lied to. They want to know somebody's heart. And all I do is just speak from the heart, and I try to be as true to my authentic self and express how I feel about what I see and what other people see. And I just believe there's a lot of Los Angeles that is so excited to hear. It's refreshing a non-politician. I don't want to be a politician. I wasn't ready. I didn't know I'd be the mayor, but I know what people want now. They want somebody to speak the truth for their communities and fight for them. Whether that's with the new governor, whether that's with the two presidents I'm going to deal with, whether that's with the city council. They want a fighter that's going to step up, that knows when they feel like the city fails them or their elected leaders fail them. And I'm ready to be that person for Los Angeles.
And you mentioned you have widespread support. You believe the Democratic machine, to quote you, already behind you.
Absolutely. I love you. Thank you so much. I have a great night. Thank you so much. The communists already lost. So, thank you. My message to those people that didn't vote for me, thank you for voting. I'm excited that everyone voted today. One thing I've learned is a lot of people don't vote. My goal by November, whether it's you're voting for me or you're voting for Mayor Bass, I'm going to get more people to vote. We don't have a city that votes and cares enough about our city. Everybody's given up because they've just accepted failure, nothing changes. Things can change if you vote. So to the people who didn't vote for me, thank you for voting and caring about your city. I hope to switch you and show you you're going to be voting for me in November. But regardless, we need 4 million people to vote in November.
Your opponents keep pushing you as MAGA and ultra-right. Are you ready to take that on? And how do you respond to that?
My opponents, it's very clear, are all pathological liars. They lie on all their statistics. They lie on the reality of the city. I will be taking on my opponents with facts and the truth, and the voters are going to see the truth. I don't need to convince liars to stop lying.
Spencer, final words tonight for the people of Los Angeles.
Yeah, I want to say I love you. God bless you. I love the city more than anything. That's why I'm going to fight to be the most successful mayor that we've ever had. People will doubt it. One day they'll be like, wow, he really... Interrupting is wild. I'll turn in a second. I love everybody. Thank you for the believers. Thank you.
Why is this guy ripping my shirt right now? Hey, Billy.
Okay.
Thanks for coming out.
Okay. I'm going to go get some tacos. Thank you. And I'll look back and say, thank you. I'm going to go. Hello. Have a great one. I'm going to go through this one. God, thank you guys. Sorry for making you all wait. I apologize. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Wow.
This is for you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
This is a proof. You need it.
I need the proof. We'll get it. He's going to get it.
Don't bring it out to
We're taking for it. God bless Latinos. I'm going to go eat some incredible Mexican. I love Latinos. And I'm going to show them I'm their mayor.
Spencer.
Get ready.
Yes. Spencer. Thank you, buddy.
Yeah. Thank you all. Love you all.
Spencer, read it. Spencer, please.
Thank you. Well, you've been there right from the beginning. So you got all the gear. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. We're not quite there. He's got a hat saying Governor Hilton. That's November, right? So about a week ago, when we were planning this event, I wanted to put a message on the stage here. And I wrote these words. And I thought, is that a little premature to write the words, change is coming? I don't think so, because change is coming. Change is coming to California. Change is coming to California, and it's long overdue. I want to just say something from my heart to every single person who's voted for me. We're not there yet, but it's looking good. It looks very much as if Californians really will have the chance to vote for change in November and take our state in a new direction, a fresh start for our state, which is long overdue. But I just want to say something to every single person who voted for me, and every single person who voted in this election, whether you voted for me or not. I am here for you, for every single one of you. Because I have to tell you, it's the greatest honor of my life to stand before you now. Well over 1 million Californians have put their faith in me. The number is rising. But here's what I want to say as someone who is a new American citizen. So proud to be an American. So proud to be a Californian. What an incredible honor. The first time I've run for office, over 1 million people and rising, voting for me to take this incredible state in a new direction. And I know that some of you may be watching and saying, who is this guy with a funny accent? Thinks he can be governor of California. Well, you know, there was actually an immigrant who was governor of California not that long ago. Not that long ago. And I remember when I became an American citizen, that certain governor you may remember. He said, congratulations. He made a very nice video. He said, but Steve, you got to get the wrong jacket. You got the wrong jacket. And I made a pledge that day that one day I would get the jacket that Arnold told me to get on my road to being governor of California. And here it is. I am a proud American. There's the jacket. And I am a very proud Californian. A very proud Californian tonight. Arnold, that was for you. Yes, exactly. So, you didn't see it. All right. Look. And California. So I've been traveling this state for the last year. We started off a scrappy little startup, just a handful of rebels, believing that this state could be better than it is today. We're already the best place in the world, no question about that. There's nowhere better than California. But we all know that this state has gone off track and we need to get it back on track. And I've seen the struggle that Californians are facing today. That is the word, and it's a very sad thing to say about our beautiful state. And I've been on the road and doing hundreds of events and the town halls and all the people that come, and I see it in your eyes, the struggle of running a small business, the struggle for working people in California. Young people who don't see their future in California anymore, who think that they have to move to another state to have that dream of owning their own home that we used to offer better than anywhere else in the world. That's what we need to get back for California. The belief that we can offer that. And so to every young person watching in California, whether you voted for me or not tonight, I just want you to know that I see you. I believe in you. I know that you can do it. I know that we can do it. We can make California a place where when you work hard, it's not just a struggle. That's why my plan is so simple and practical, not ideological. We've had enough ideology in California, haven't we? It's time. It's time for positive, practical things. I'm fighting for working people in California so that you can keep more of what you earn. The best way to put money in people's pockets is to take less out of it in the first place. And that's what I'll do as your governor. Your first 100 grand tax-free. Simple, practical things to make life less of a struggle for working people and for small businesses. Most of my career has been in business. I've run small businesses, including restaurants. That is a tough business, by the way. And here's how we're going to help small business in California. Number one, simple, practical things. $800 every business has to pay to the government just for existing. That's crazy. We're going to get rid of that. We're going to help small business. Working people in California paying the highest gas prices in the country. That's insane when we have abundant oil reserves right here in California. As long as we are using oil and gas in California, let's use California oil and gas. That's the plan. And that way, we can get our gas prices down. $3 gas. That's the plan. Electric bills, the highest in the country, double the national average. We can have a sensible energy policy, cut your electric bills in half. This is the kind of thing that we need to make our state Cal-affordable. Cal-affordable. So we restore that basic dream, a good job where you make enough to raise your family in a home of your own, in a safe neighborhood with a good school so your kids can have a better life. That's the plan. That's what I'm fighting for every working person, every small business, every young person in California that wants to stay in this state. What have we done in California, the greatest place on earth, that people are leaving our state? For hundreds of years, people have come to California to follow their dreams. But now they're leaving. Well, that's what we're going to turn around. We are going to make California the best place in the world to start and run a business, to start and raise a family. This is the place. This is the place. This is the place where we're going to make that happen. And it's not just for all of us in California, not just for everyone in our state, our friends and neighbors, our families who are looking for a better life, that dream of a better life. It's actually really important for our country. Here's something you may have heard me say many times, and I'm going to say it tonight to everybody. This is not just any other state. California means to America what America means to the world. We have a responsibility to revive California so it is once again that symbol of everything that is great about our nation. Energy and optimism and ambition, the rebel spirit of California that's meant that over the centuries we've built the most incredible businesses and industries. We've turned barren land into the world's most fertile farmland, and when I'm governor, the water will be flowing to our farmers so we can grow the healthy food that's going to make our country and the world healthy again. Los Angeles, from a desert to the entertainment industry that turned the world into a place of joy and creativity. We're going to save our entertainment industry. We're going to bring Hollywood home. We are going to make every business, small, medium, every sector. That's who I'm fighting for. The energy, the optimism, the ambition, the innovation. We've got it all here in California. We've got everything we need for this state to be amazing again. We've got the most magnificent natural beauty. We've got the best weather. We've got the best people right here. We got the entrepreneurs and the innovators. We got the best universities. We've got everything we need in this state. We've got the rebel spirit. We've got the hustle. We've got the attitude. We've got everything we need to make California golden again, except for a good governor. And very soon, we will have that as well. We are gonna make that change happen. Change is coming. Change is coming to California. Change is coming. 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 And by the way, not just to California, it looks very much like change is coming to Los Angeles as well. How about that? I think a certain outsider candidate for mayor looks like he's doing pretty well tonight as well. I don't know what it is. Maybe something about what's gone wrong in California is that we've got a failed and broken system, and you've got a couple of outsiders who've never run for office before, leading in the race for governor, looking like he's going to be in the race for mayor. This is our moment. This is our time. It is the time for change. It's time for some balance. We are going to make that happen. And I just want to say, finally, a massive thank you to every single person who's helped make that happen, starting with every single one of you right here in this room. I know from everything I've ever been able to achieve in my life, it's never one person. It is always a team. And I'm proud, by the way, to be the first candidate for governor to put together a team to run, to bring the change we need. And I want to say thank you to my great running mates. Gloria Romero running for lieutenant governor. Michael Gates, the fighter from Huntington Beach, for Attorney General. I see Herb Morgan out there. He's going to help us find all that waste in our government so we can cut taxes, cut spending, and get money back to you. That's the golden ticket for the Golden State, and there's much more to come. Wait till you see what we've got coming in the months ahead. Wait till you see our plans for change. Wait till you see the team that we're going to put together. You've seen nothing like it in California before. We are going to be better prepared than any incoming administration in the history of our state to make the change happen. To make the change happen. To make that change happen. Starting on day one. Cut your costs. Help your business. Fix our schools. That's the mission. That's what I'm dedicated to. We're going to make it happen together because change is coming to California. So I want to say thank you finally. I want to say thank you finally to some very special people who couldn't be here tonight. First and foremost, my family. You know, they say that, it's a cliche, they say in politics, it's the family that really makes the sacrifice and pays the price. I just get to travel the state. And everyone's very nice to me and wants to take pictures. I just want to say a massive thank you to my incredible wife and my sons who have really been there. They've really done the work to make this possible. I love you so much. I couldn't have done this without you. Thank you so much. I want to say thank you to every single one of you who was here right from the beginning. There's so many faces in the audience tonight. I can't possibly well, I've got to say, he's very tall, and he's Mr. Huntington Beach. Tony Strickland, how about that? Thank you so much for all your friendship and support. I just want to say as well, a thank you to someone who is not here in the room tonight, but very much is with me and has been with me from day one. And that is my friend Charlie Kirk. Thank you, Charlie. Thank you, Charlie. Thank you to my friend Vivek Ramaswamy, the next governor of Ohio. Vivek was there for me on day one. By the way, Vivek, don't get used to the idea that all these companies are going to be leaving California and going to Ohio. We're going to be getting them back. As I said to Governor DeSantis the other morning when we had breakfast, you've done a great job, Ron, but enjoy it while it lasts, because those companies are going to be coming back to California when I'm governor, when we make the change happen. And of course, I want to say thank you, a massive thank you. What an honor it was to be endorsed for Governor of California by the President of the United States. And the Vice President of the United States. So thank you. Thank you to every single one of you. Thank you to everyone who voted, everyone who didn't vote, for participating in this great thing that we call an election, where we get to choose the direction of our state. Thank you to everyone who ran for governor, every single one of you. We had a lot of TV debates. We got quite friendly, actually. I'm not going to embarrass the Democrat candidates that I actually became quite good friends with, but I want to say thank you to every single one of you. I don't know who we're going to get in the general election, but I'm very confident that whoever it is, change is coming to California. So, thank you. There's many, many more of you, and I can't list every single person, but I want you to know that it honors me so much that you've been there for me in every single possible way. And of course, last but not least, the incredible team who's been with me from day one. Many of them were here with me tonight. There's just a handful of us. I just want to say one thing that was kind of funny when you had these TV debates. They give you a little green room for all the campaigns. And we'd watch all the other candidates come in, especially a certain billionaire who's trying to buy this election. No offense. And they'd come in with their entourages, and there'd be me and one member of my team, a scrappy little startup. But here we are, leading the race for governor. It shows you what can be done. So I want to say a massive thank you to every single person on my team, because there is absolutely no way that we would have done this without that team. It's an incredible team achievement. We're just getting started. This is the first stage, but the fight really starts tomorrow to bring the change to California that we so desperately need. But I'm very confident we're going to make it happen. Change is coming to California. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you.
Feliz, feliz. Primeramente, if I can begin by first saying to Carolina, Clarissa, Olivia, and Natalia, thank you so much. Gracias. Thank you to my family. You are. The California dream, it's alive tonight. And you see, I get to hug it and kiss it every night. We stand here at the birthplace of el pueblo de Nuestra Señora, la Reina de Los Ángeles del Río de Porciúncula, better known as LA. Like my family, LA is the starting line for millions of success stories across this state. And here in Hollywood's hometown, we love a good underdog story. So I got one for you. Se puede. 2 immigrants, $12 and a dream. They came to California in pursuit of a better life. A construction worker and a clerical worker. They faced long odds, hard obstacles, doubt and discrimination. But they've got ganas, guts, grit, and game all wrapped up in one. It keeps them putting one foot in front of the other. Cut to 7 decades later, their son, the product of their sacrifice, first in his family to get to a university and get a degree, takes his own leap of faith. He dares to run for California's higher office, the office of governor. A campaign fueled by little more than grassroots support, some sweat equity, and the full faith and confidence that California is always worth the fight. Almost immediately, he's counted out, an afterthought, overlooked by many, outspent by a ton. Even called along the way to drop out and save us all the trouble. Well, guess what? The underdog stayed in the fight. Like my parents, I never gave up. Never stopped putting one foot in front of the other. Never stopped believing in the beacon-like goodness of California. And thankfully, neither did you. Because we know the true miracle of democracy is this. After all the exhausting ads are run, the pundits are spun, and the billionaires try to buy their way in, it's the people, only the people, who get the last word. And tonight, the people of the great state of California, in the greatest nation on earth, have spoken. Loudly and proudly. And while I take nothing for granted, there are lots of ballots left to be counted. It appears that we are on track to advance to November. One step closer to the son of those hard-working immigrants, Maria and Manuel Becerra, becoming the next governor of the great state of California. Now that's more than a Hollywood ending, more than a milestone. It's the everyday miracle of living in a state that regularly makes the improbable seem inevitable. And I couldn't have done it without you. The doctors who clocked double shifts but still found time to canvass. The teachers who became our best volunteers the minute the afternoon school bell rang. the small business owners and union members who kept our economy running by day while walking door to door at night. The firefighters, the janitors, the caregivers, the nurses and longshoremen, the students. Most of all, I wouldn't be here without Carolina, Clarissa, Olivia, and Natalia. You are my superpower. You are my secret sauce. Everything I do for families just like ours who deserve their shot at the California dream. You know, I ran for the job because I know how important California is as a shining light to the world, radiating hope, freedom, opportunity, an unwavering belief in science, public schooling, enterprise, and foundational justice and human rights. California is America on fast forward. It's gleaming spotlights on the better angels of a more perfect union. A preview of an America, not just for the privileged or the partisans, but for all the people, by the people. An economic engine so powerful, so diverse, with more jobs, more capital, more R&D, more GDP. We lift up the entire nation. We are America's center tent pole. But I also know there are powerful forces aligned to darken our light. Distrust, disinformation, division, and distraction. Make no mistake, those forces did not want tonight to happen because their success depends on our failure. The last thing these forces want is a working class governor with a law degree and a union card ready to call them out. They know that I can't be bought. They know I can't be bullied. And they know I will not back down. Now, we also recognize that despite all of California's growth and innovation, wealth and workforce, there are still too many Californians who feel shut out, priced out of the winner's circle. They feel disconnected from the economy, from our government, from the job market, the housing market, and from one another. In this new world, it feels like the old guarantees no longer apply, and the promise of a brighter future is an artifact of the past. For all of California's greatness, we sometimes struggle to meet the standards we set for ourselves, or to be the example that a divided nation or the next generation of dreamers so desperately need us to be. Which is why, as your governor, I am ready to lead the fight to uphold California's promise. To make sure we have the governance worthy of our gifts. To ensure everyone, regardless of where you live, what you've learned, who you love, how you look, everyone has a rung on California's ladder of opportunity. It starts with access to affordable homes. We are going to launch a building revolution in California, starting with the thousands of shovel-ready housing projects already in the pipeline. And in America's wealthiest nation state, no excuse is acceptable for allowing people to live unsafely on our streets. A healthy economy also needs healthy communities. So we'll restore the promise of affordable health care with universal access in California, including our underserved and rural communities. We'll expand our global leadership on climate, safeguard our air, our water, and our coastline. And we will never surrender green growth jobs of the future to Washington politics or international competitors. We will invest in our schools like we mean it. Expand early education, childcare, and paid family leave, the real family values. We will fortify our second-to-none system of higher education, delivering the next generation of California leaders. We will defend our children from the epidemics of gun violence and dangerous street drugs. and treat public safety like a first-order principle, because it is. We'll be big-hearted, sure, but tight-fisted with our taxpayer dollars. We'll build a government that runs not on promises, but on time and under budget. And one that holds itself accountable when it doesn't. We will protect the right to vote for every voter, for every community, in every corner of California. And we will defend the rights of women. No exception, no equivocation, no retreat. We will do all of these things because the world today needs California's shining example more than ever. It's optimism, it's inclusion, it's ambition and invention. That is what makes America great. Not the wealth and privilege, but one people, e pluribus unum, lifting all boats. You know, we have a White House that ran on America first and an affordable middle class. And almost immediately, they ran away from their own promises. Now the country is mired in an economy without mooring, a war without purpose, a job market without prospects, and an American community without common ground. Donald Trump is doubling down on decline and counting on people being too fearful, distracted, or gullible to fight back. Well, he didn't count on us. As governor, I will never back down from the threats of small cowards in big offices. I sued Trump more than 120 times before, and I won, and I won, and I won. And anyone who wants to come at California will have to go through me. And here's the good news. California is bigger than Trump. Our values are undeniable and undeportable. And one day, when power's pendulum swings back against the chaos, the cruelty, and the corruption, when all that remains of MAGA are broken promises, unpaid debts, and empty ballrooms, the world will look once again for American renewal and for the state of California to lead the way. More than ever, California needs our voices and our values. To the people and voters of California, this is your state. Este es tu estado. We will not be bought, we will not be bullied, and we are never backing down. California, thank you very much. November, here we come.